What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Lennox Lewis. Big up, England, big up. Lennox Lewis gave a prediction that perhaps came true. Okay, Anthony Joshua put a full stop to the tentative fight with Robert Helenius with a stunning 7th round knockout. Okay, and the two-time world champion was faced with a late replacement. And according to Lennox Lewis, he had this to say. Spencer Fearon told Boxing Social, The Knowledge, in wake of the fight, that he had spoken to Lennox Lewis about how it would play out. And this is what Lennox Lewis predicted before the fight. He said, I was speaking to Lennox Lewis last week, Saturday, and Lennox was saying, I don't like this fight for him. I asked him why. He said, because he won't look good in this fight because he's been preparing to fight Dillian Whyte. Bars. He's been preparing to block Whyte's horrible left hook. He's been preparing to punch down. He's not fighting a guy the same height as him. Totally different. And let me counterpunch. Lennoxism has struck again. You know, I think he's predicted that, and that's what I've been telling people about the Anthony Joshua performance in defense of Joshua's performance. This is a replacement. If you've been studying and practicing for a guy, you know, and there is a contrast, okay? So let me play devil's advocate, okay? First of all, he was thinking it was Dillian Whyte, so he was prepping to fight Dillian Whyte. However, the punching, the size, the height, the stuff, everything is different. And what I say to this is, you know, you guys do remember Robert Helenius along with Aget Kabayel were two fighters that already agreed to the money before Dillian Whyte last minute decided to say, okay, I'll fight. Okay, so he had prior knowledge, though, of Robert Helenius. I don't think that he predicted they'll be fighting Robert Helenius, but he had prior knowledge. But he also had more time mentally to prepare for Dillian Whyte as his opponent than any other fighter. So we can look at that, you know, for the lovers and for the haters. We have an argument brewing between Anthony Joshua's performance, and his performance, you know, to me, he did seem tentative, you know, and I'm just hoping that was because of the opponent, because Robert Helenius is an awkward, bigger guy, but he's not unhittable, and you would think Anthony Joshua would do a lot better than he did, okay, based on, you know, what he was doing, right? You'd think, okay, well, the jab was off. He missed a lot with the left hook. You know, I think if anything, man, I think at the end of the day, Lennox Lewis saw that, you know, and he saw it like a lot of other people saw it. Like, well, no, this is it's never a good look to change opponents, especially someone that's mentally trying to rebuild like Anthony Joshua. Okay, because Anthony is in a rebuilding stage. So at any time during the stage, the last thing you need is a replacement from a fight that you're trying to repair and to recover from. You know, you had Franklin, Whyte, then Franklin gave Whyte a good fight. Then he fought Franklin. Now he's going to fight Whyte, you know, because Whyte started, you know, complaining. And then Whyte pops dirty or whatever out of the blue. And now he fights Robert Helenius. So, yeah, Robert Helenius is a totally different fighter. Joshua would have been punching down instead of punching up, you know, and farther away from his opponent. That distance is all you really, that's the main thing, okay? The distance, you know, and it looks like his distance was off all the way through, and it just makes you wonder who was he sparring in there with? Who did he have that size to duplicate Robert Helenius? Guess what? He didn't. I don't think he had anybody for Robert Helenius. I don't think he had time. So also keep that in mind, the preparation for fighting any guy. That's why sparring partners are very important. So if there's no sparring partner for you to physically get in there to work that range, to see a taller guy, so to punch up at a guy, it's probably like me fighting Joshua, right? So if I'm fighting someone parallel and I'm putting it in, right? So and then someone changes. Now you're going to be fighting a taller guy. Like, oh, wait a minute. A taller guy? Okay. You know what I mean? That's a change, right? So, yeah, I can definitely see that. Lennox Lewis called it. You guys tell me what you think of Lennox Lewis predicting that this would be a bad fight for AJ and he didn't like the fight. It wouldn't be a good fight for him. Of course, please subscribe and you guys can counterpunch.